said, what is up, good people? Welcome back to the stream. Rookie mic error. Take a listen. Actually, when this was playing a second ago, and I had the low mids disabled. Oh, actually, they're completely disabled now. Take a look here. This knob over here, I'm going to just A-B it. There's the... And to me, it just sounds better with it completely missing. Like 100 to 500 hertz completely missing. Take a look at the dip in the spectrogram. You can see from roughly 100 to 500, there's like this massive dip. I'm like, whoa, you can do that? You can just have a blank space in the middle of your mix? Now, it doesn't have to be that hardcore, so what we can do is, I can just take down 12 dB, for example, so we got a little bit of it. And working out which of these frequencies are welcome in the final mix, at least on these headphones. I'm going to do a lot more of that kind of stuff when I have access to my monitor speakers. I can't really use them now because the volume feeds into the mic and stops me from playing nicely. Anyway, if you're new to the stream, what is up? And thanks for stopping by. I make a Creative Commons Ableton Live templates. That means once I'm finished with this track, I will be releasing it into the ether. Users can download these template files, completed songs, and basically edit them, remix them, learn from them, do what you like with them. I'm a teacher, but I'm also teaching myself while I go through all of this, all about these production techniques. And the community that shows up here on a daily basis is very helpful. In fact, a couple of people have stopped by to inform me how to do something better or whatever. So it's kind of like a reciprocal thing. I'm learning from those of you who show up from the stream, other music producers, and you're learning perhaps a little bit from what I'm doing here. So that's what we're busy doing today. And what I've just learned right now is that some mixes sound better when you literally just dip out an entire frequency band, like in this case 100 to 500 hertz. So during my during the next couple of days, as I go through all of these projects, to finish them, to get these projects out and get these tracks out and get the music on streaming services and into the Patreon and all of that, I'm going to be playing around a lot more with this section here, which is choosing which frequency bands to prioritize. It almost seems counterintuitive to me that you dip the lows, because this type of music, this cyberpunk genre, it's very, it's influenced by dubstep, and the bass is super important. So you learn a little bit new each day. But let's see what it sounds like through the headphones, through the speakers. What I'm going to do now is just going to give it a complete playthrough and just give it like a total listen. That is so horrible. Because I've got a lot of dropped frames today. Bad internet weather. Sorry. Other thing I've got to figure out is how to get the mix in an appropriate level with an appropriate level of headroom. Okay. Sorry about the crappy stream quality today. A little bit of bad internet weather, and my setup quality is also pretty shocking, unfortunately. Let's see where we can minimize a little bit of CPU load. Okay. A lot of automation going on there. That's not necessary. Same with this. Alright, cool. Alright, making some moves here, keeping things going. Okay. I know for a fact that one of the main culprits with regards to all of this glitchiness is the number of samples that are loaded into RAM. I've got tons of samples in these this master drum kit here. I've set it up so that you can tweak these knobs over here to just change the sound to, you know, preview and audition different sounds, but I've ended up really clogging up the amount of RAM needed to keep them all live. So I think maybe one solution would be just to take a look at what's being used and delete the rest. So like here, for example, let's take a look at the kit 2, which is this one over here. The actual MIDI will tell us that there's really only two samples being triggered, as you can see there. So what if I went ahead and let's also just make sure, there we go, there's a hi-hat that comes in. We don't really use anything else. Okay, let's just double check here. There's a clap that comes in. I'm just going to leave that in. So hi-hat, 2, clap, and kick 1 and kick 2. Those are the only ones being used in this. Everything else can be deleted. So let's take out snare 1, snare 2, hi-hat 1, FX, crash, and zap. I'm actually going to delete those now. Let's just stop that real quick and see if it makes a difference to the CPU. We literally just deleted hundreds of samples. Still a little bit on the high side, but anyway. Suits me. Also, given that this is just literally a sub. This is just one unit or one trick pony, so that can just stay as it is. And this one over here, drum rack. Let's again, we don't have a lot going on here. This is like kind of a custom drum rack. So let's leave that as it is. Bass, we are being used. It is being used. Oh, that was horrible. Went up over the curve there. Alright, cool. Sweet. Okay, let's give it a listen through and just preview it. And if it sounds okay, I'm just going to move on to the next track within the stream. Okay. Sounds horrible. Let's take this voice down to 4. You can also use sends to minimize the amount of damage being done. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Pump this up a little bit. Looks like we've got a nice low peak at the moment with the headroom. Okay, let's take this one down 6 dB. 9 at least. Normalize all these faders. All these faders you can see here are up at their max, up at 0. I don't think the melody patch is being used at all, is it? Oh, it is, just slightly. I like this tone, but let's take it up to 0 and just drop that, say minus 27. I feel like those kicks need to have a little bit of higher energy, higher frequency energy, so I'm going to just do a quick mix on that. There you go, that's what we need, some of that high stuff, okay. Alright, let's find the... that really is just quite a high, crunchy sound already. Let's see, we're also only using this one kick out of all of these samples, so I'm going to delete the rest of the samples. Why not? Didn't need them to begin with. Okay, that's good. Now let's get this a little bit more driven. So I'm going to take over the this Visions kick over here. Let's just hide the chain so you can see what I'm doing. Vision's kick currently. We also don't need this to be visible. Thanks. Maybe that would be better to hide that. Okay, cool. Vision's kick on the left over here is, I think we have controls for drive somewhere around here, so I'm going to just find that. These filter types also give you some options. Alright, that's not what I'm after, so I'm going to change to a sampler. And the sampler should have more sophisticated stuff. Filter global. Here is the so-called drive circuit. Let's turn that shaper on. Amount. Yeah, okay, a little bit crunch there. That's kind of the top end of the kick that I'm looking for. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, yeah. Just a bit of crunch at the top. Let's not do it too much, dial it back a little bit. Okay. Without that drive, that's how it was before. It's a little bit more tame. Now what we got is just a bit of a better sounding kick architecture, if you will. Clap I think came through a little bit hot, so I'm going to take that down 6 dB. Let's just preview it with the clap. It should come through at about here. Oh no, where is the clap? It's in the third kit. It's this one. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Alright, we'll take that down 6 dB. And the clap, again, we don't actually need the entire frequency band, so let's get that nicely notched out. I'm going to just go over to the clap. Solo it out. 2, 3, 4. Let's try to do this in under a crazy amount of time. Filter on. Filter type high pass, not low pass. Cut out all those horrible lows and dip the volume. That's cool, but let's maybe just be a little bit like low. Good, I like that. Okay, and let's just see what else we got here in terms of the. If I decided to go ahead and double up this clap and just add a layer to it, I think it sounds a bit better. I'm going to add the, it's got that lower snare sound, which now gives it a bit of noise, which is great. And it looks like we aren't actually using any of these other samples, but we might. Let's see if we can just add 1 or 2 in for an interest's sake, and just to make it interesting. Yeah, there's our kick coming in. I might want to take that up a little bit. Why have we got a... I don't think that should be automated. Huh? We don't need an automation on this kick. Leave it as it is. It can be hardcore. Okay, I'm going to turn the speaker on from this point. So we are going to get a low kick. Mute the low kick, and then it's going to come in over here. That's what we want, yeah. Good. That's great. I like that. This is good too, except we are not quite hitting those high frequencies as much as I'd like. Also, I believe that this can be a... we can boost up the high frequencies. I'm going to add the drive. Once again, add a shaper. When in doubt, add a shaper, because it's going to saturate and give you a bit more of a vibe. Don't know how else to put it. The problem with this is that this is a... These are 2 different yeah, let's just max them both out. So I'm turning the shaper on for both of these samples. There's one in my left here and one in my right. Now they're both sounding a bit more crunchy. Just experimenting a little bit with the drive here. Don't really hear much of a difference. I think over here, really what we're looking for is, yeah, definitely EQ, but we'll just take this limiter down to 3. Good. Now, another cool little trick I learned from one of my subscribers, one of my regular viewers, is this cool thing. Check this out. I'm going to add just a regular run-of-the-mill Ableton reverb to the end of the high mids chain, which means right after there. Yeah. Now if we solo out this chain, you're going to get this kind of sound, a little bit of reverb, and I don't want it to be too obvious. I want it to be kind of sparse, so that is more direct. We don't need the high cut. This is a high. Don't need any of these actually. Let's take the pre-delay time up. I'm listening very carefully here for just the effect that this reverb is having on the high mids. It's quite a cool technique. It's an interesting track, at least. It's not your regular whatever. I have a feeling that this is getting lost somehow. I wonder why. Why is Dissenting Dreams getting so lost? It's quite nice if we just ramp it up. What other... This isn't really a bass as in a bass line, it's more just stabs which intercept the sub sound. I'm gonna just drop out the kit there. I think I've dropped it out already. Just drop out the kicks, these last few kicks over here, just so that the oh sound comes through nicer. And what we can do here too is just get a solo on, just the solo on this solo in place. What does that mean? Guys, you can't actually edit the automation here. You can show and hide the rest of it, but you can't actually... interesting. Okay, solo in place. I want to just make sure I know what that means. So, enabling the switch will solo this chain, muting all others. Correct, but now how do I edit that automation? Okay, no luck there. Okay, so let us then do the opposite. What we actually want to do then is get this open as a... Yeah, get these open. Show automation in new lane. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've got all 4 automations open, and all I want to do is solo out the high mids at that point. So 100, 500, yeah, that comes down, and We want this one here. Cool. So I'm putting together a way of keeping... That's it. We just want that one little moment over there. So take a listen again. Good. Cool. So it's about I'm having a lot of fun with editing these EQs for the various bands, various automation bands. And just out of interest, let's see what happens if we can't hear much of a difference in the monos. All right, cool. So making moves, making music. Sorry about the crunchiness. As always, I've got a machine upgrade is sorely needed. That down. All right. Cool. So onwards and forwards, kids. I'm gonna get back into hardcore mode. Okay, great. So I'm gonna do one more mix on this before I do the bounce, but I'm gonna consider this particular work ready for final treatment. And let's move on to number 3. So I've got 10 tracks here that I've been working on. For those of you who've been showing up to the stream for the last what has it been, 6 weeks or so. I've given myself a time budget of 10 days per track, spent maybe 5 or 6 on each, and now I'm in the sort of finishing it off process. And the point of this all is to release it into the Creative Commons domain, meaning that users of Ableton and anyone who really makes videos or independent games will be able to use this music in their games in exchange for crediting me. I've released hundreds of tracks in this way. Check out the library, and if you're interested, if you're into Ableton, check out the link in the YouTube description, where you'll find a link to free stuff on Patreon, where I can hook you into my empire, where you can download self-contained Ableton templates that allow you to kind of just see how I've done it. Basically, it's a nice starting point if you're new to Ableton or whatever. Okay, right, I like this one. It's got a nice fat sound. All I want to do now is my typical little trick of adding a reverb to the high mids. So let's go ahead and do that. Find a reverb, stick it at the end of the high mids chain. It should appear after this EQ now. Bueno, and then let's get rid of the EQ, and I'm just going to set the quality to high, and let's give it a listen without any of this high cut stuff going on, and I just want to solo that out. No, not like that. That's it, yeah. That's wet, dry. Okay, I like it. How are we peaking? How is it sounding loudness wise? Cool, let's get a nice utility at the end of this chain. So I want to make sure that everything is running nice and smoothly. Okay. This one's coming in the right. Why is that coming on the right? I don't want that on the right. I want to mono this, please. That's it. It's a bit louder, which is nicer. This kit 3 is not really necessary by the looks of it. Cool, not bad beats wise, and we'll just kind of go back to this, I guess. Okay, bringing all this stuff over here. Let's do what I'd like to do here is just to kind of cut the suspense a bit shorter, or like I suppose, surprise the listener with the drop. So after 3 instances instead of 4, we're going to be moving forward. Let's just join those, and then we should have the come back in with the pad. That's cool. Actually just M. $48, $49, $52, and $53, $48. Oh, that's unfortunately having a little bit of a crunchy stream today. So I'm still rolling at 256 samples. That might be one of the reasons. If I change the sample rate now, I'm going to get issues with let's do everything except the bass. Is that this thing here? Okay, let's just drop it off at 2 instances. We're going to go around this loop twice and then bring it back. Let's write another part for this. We want just some melody basically. Ding, ding. What is this one? Cool. Bring that up 12 dB. And then just hitting this okay. Let me just bring it down a little bit in volume, I think. Take it down to -15. Nah, not quite right. Not feeling that. Like this. We can just keep that going with this, I guess. Okay, in the middle section, I think we can just steal it from there, basically. Okay, on to track 3. Why is it not playing? I've gone and cut the beginning stage off, yeah. That's cool. I like that. I'm not so sure about this one. Maybe just take this down an octave. Take it down an octave. double it and duplicate. That is a nice part. Not really it's this one. It's that one. It's not actually texture, it's a down sweep, but it does the job, and I'm going to cut it off there so we don't confuse the A and the B parts. Cool. Making music, making Creative Commons music. Creative Commons all the way. Creative Commons. Creative Commons. Commons that are creative. Creative Commons. Creative Commons. Creative Commons. Creative Commons. Creative Commons. This is me trying to game the algorithm in case it transcribes what I'm saying. Creative Commons. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's a nice sort of beat. It's in the wrong place. Let's just go. I'm just trying to find a nice little outro part here for this beat, for this God, I'm happy with it ending like that, but what I'm not happy with is the way it just kind of needs that outro. So let's do our little trick here. We're going to get the bus premaster open and go through these 4 different chains, give them each automation in a new lane. So you'll find this in a lot of the templates I'm making for Cyberpunk. It's using these EQ bands to create moments. So for example, watch this. I'm now going to drop out everything over 10k, everything over 500 hertz, in fact. So just the lows and the low mids, going from the regular into the low mids. And now we can just experiment with which ones sound better. Okay, so no. Okay, we're going to use that trick for the intro at least. So I like this idea of starting with the lows, with the highs kind of cut off. Let's also mute the kick here. What we actually need is this section here. We're going to insert a section, 4 bars, insert it, and we're going to steal all of this except for the beat, and then we will drop out all the lows. So maybe just give it a one or 2 bar intro, and then this can be the main drop. Okay, there we go. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Let's get rid of the low section. Working with automation now, kids. Okay, highs are off. What we want is lows to be off, not highs. And we're also probably just going to halve this, so I don't want all of it there. And here we go. Let's get rid of the... What's this? Yes to that. No to the ghost pad. Okay, I'm going to put the ghost pad right here, right before the drop. Good. Okay, let's try it again with... Okay, we want that to be more of a moment, an up sweep, an up moment. I think we can get away with using a little bit of the highs from the kit, so I'm going to just cut that off over there and stretch it out to there. Okay, and now mother flippers, just get rid of all of these two, and there we go. That gives the promise of a one of the issues I've had with a number of times with these types of pieces is that I can't quite get it to drop, like to land, like to hit, to the beefiness of it isn't quite coming through. One little trick I've learned, which helps, firstly let's just get the automation back. There, yeah. See, doesn't actually, not actually hearing anything. Okay, I think we're going to have to ensure that the kick and the sub are playing at the same time. Yeah, okay, so it does actually make a difference if you put that kick in first. Oh yeah, I was trying to avoid that for the low end clashing, but it looks like it's necessary. And over here, during this B section, we drop out the sub because the bass kind of takes over. So, let's try it again. There we go. Mad scientist mode. Okay, I'm not mad about that. Not mad about that. Let's try something else here. Sorry. Okay, we do need the kicks for the last few. We'll do the roll, the drum fill at least. Sounds like a freaking World War II documentary. Okay, and the bass we actually don't need in here either. I'm just going to rid ourselves of it completely. Okay. Okay. And this is way too busy, this roll over here. Every beat is accounted for. So I'm going to take out some of that. Let's try this, just with a little basic version of that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to precisely time where I want this low mids to come in. Oh, sorry, the bass sub to come in. Okay, that's better. Now, two things are missing. One is that, okay, we don't need the bass. I do want this clap to sound different because it's starting to annoy me. And whenever something starts to annoy you, you have to slap it in the face. Like it is slapping me in the face. I feel it is slapping me in the face. Okay, this clap nonsense. Clappy McClapperton is clapping its way into the most irritating parts of my being. And I think maybe, I've got so much going on here. I think maybe the send is partly responsible, but also this pre-master send business where I've got a reverb on the highs. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's take out the dry wet there. And also the K tone down. That's better. It's in your face. Okay, let's hear it. go. Sounding a bit better to me. I'm in the habit of putting sweeps or down sweeps. Usually they're down sweeps. Let's find one from a previous project. I know that a lot of these things I'm using down sweeps. I can just steal them from a previous project, basically. Reusing stuff is a good idea when you're making packs, collections of music that you want to sound consistent. So Ableton's really good at this, just finding things in previous projects. So what I've got here is all the tracks currently titled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I'm literally just going through them to find individual channels within those tracks. There's a track 9 has got a channel called Sweep Down, and it loads the entire project, the entire channel for me, and I can then just grab what I need. So this is a VFX sweep. Problem is it doesn't route it automatically. Understandable. Ableton is only human, and that should give me a decent amount of a down sweep. That's it. Good. I want to actually bring that up a little bit more. Let's take it up to 21. I like that. Quite a chunky beat, this. How are we doing for mixing? I am... Takes a while for this thing to kick in, doesn't it? Maybe we should just treat this as more of a preamble instead of the full thing. So what I'm going to do now is move that over there and cut this out. I don't actually want all of that in there. It's just going to be a little bit too long before the meat of this song, this stuff over here, currently at bar 37, is where I want the listeners to get to ASAP. Creative Commons music. People typically... Oh, that's nice. Brings in the frequency nice and big. This is where the song kicks off proper. Crunchy, crunchy. Maybe the spectrum's not necessary, it's giving me a hard time. Multiband dynamics. That sounds better. Limit is just for fun, really. This is sounding nice. Solid. Sounds pretty good to me. Oh, this fucking crunching though, like, yikes. I've got to change the streams settings to 512. Unfortunately, when I do that, then OBS freaks out. So, sorry, dudes, I'm gonna kill it here. Let me just play out for a bit, and I'll come back to this track tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by if you did. And yeah, you know where to find me. Cyberpunk music, going out to Creative Commons avenues, meaning you can use these tracks once they're done. You can use them in your own productions, just like everyone else. But I'm here for you if you need. And yeah, drop by, let me know what you think of the stream, let me know what you think of the production techniques, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the next one. Let's just kill those three and see if it makes a diff. A little bit of crunch. Gilp, what's up, Gilp? How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna play it from the beginning. Let's give it a listen together. It seems to be playing a bit better now. I dropped out that kick, that's right. Let's put the kick back. Chonky. Man, this CPU thing is annoying. Tomorrow's stream is going to be a lot better, I promise. I'm going to stick it on 512 BPM, I mean samples, not BPM. Let's get a sweep down there. One more. Here we are, right. This needs to be louder. Let's take it up. Some EQ work on this tomorrow, I think, but it's sounding better than earlier, which is the main thing. Marginal gains, constant progress, that kind of thing. Pay attention to longer term cycles, not what's going on today and what your analytics are doing since 9 a.m. this morning. Like, just be at peace, you know, things are moving in the right direction. Growth is slow, but it is consistent. Tell you what, it's risky doing this, what I'm doing, showing up every day. I appreciate you guys for being in the picture, you know. Okay, and then it's a little drop out here. I'm going to do a little one of these guys where you temporarily just suspend everything for like half a bar, half a beat. There you go, the little drop. There we go, and then we got to get the sweep in there just to announce it. Okay, so from the end of the break to the drop, the false drop, you want to call it. There you go, just give it a little bit of a okay, this is kind of a beat riser. Gilp, thanks very much, appreciate that. Gilp says, very cool track, I'm liking it. This is just the sends now and the lows. Now we're going to phase it in. There you go. So it's just like using frequency bands as ways of raising and lowering the energy. And then we should get some kind of build up over here. Good. All right, I like that. One thing I've noticed is that this pad ghost is actually in the wrong place. It's not that one. Yeah, I think this should actually be here. Here? No. It should be... I could just move the whole thing to where it's supposed to be. That's better, yeah. So now every time we use this pad ghost thing, I can ramp it up to the point where it drops, and sounds good. That's actually better. It's slightly before. That's better, yeah. I usually do sweeps right up until the last minute, but this works better. I'm going to do it like I did there. 1/2 beat before. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the four note is, and the 4 beat is out. So let's just hear it from the end of this A section going into the break, and then we're gonna. Sorry about the crunching, everybody. I'll do better tomorrow. OBS doesn't allow me to switch sample rates midstream. Otherwise I would change it now. Yeah, this sounds nice. I can't believe this is Creative Commons music. I'm like, let people use this for free. So much work and love goes into it. Spread the channel, you guys. Spread the channel. Do it for me. Yeah, that's a nice typical sort of breaker. You can hear that that's hybrid reverb. I can just hear it. Now, yeah. Yeah, higher sample rate. The crackles are terrible, but unfortunately I'm streaming, so when I change the sample rate, which is really easy, I just do it here, then Ableton's cool with it, but OBS cuts my mic and then just like starts screaming, and I don't know how to change that midstream without killing the stream and restarting it, which is like also a bad user experience. So sorry about the crackles. I'm gonna just run the track in future. I think I'll run it just before I go live, so I can decide where, because I'm not doing a lot of composition now. I don't need a low sample rate. And also we're in the end stages of these tracks, so they're like as big and as maxed out as they're going to be, which, yeah, so thinking ahead, that would be better next time. Anyway, that's it from me for today, dudes. Thank you very much. Word from the John Bartman Enterprises. I've been working on my web app, so like my Spotify clone. Made some progress today. It was working out how to get my backlog of WordPress posts. I know this is not very musical, but I worked out how to get the backlog of WordPress posts into a posts page. So this is, if I go blog post, you'll see that now this page is loading all of these previous posts. So the main thing here is SEO. Like I've done 500 of these. They look shitty now, but I'm going to clean them up. These are the actual original release posts from like 3-4 years ago, and I took them offline, and now I'm just like, my SEO's gone down the tubes. What I'm trying to get here is more traffic, obviously, via my site, because I find that people still do visit my music page and hit these tracks here, these top tracks, like Hong Kong Noir. They'll like play this and then they'll download it or they'll buy it. I'm like, okay, so I'm actually getting traffic from my own website, and I've got like 500 posts from back in the day. I just haven't connected them because this is a React front end. Like I don't want to just have a shitty WordPress site. That's why I'm trying to work out how to get the blog connected and make it look attractive, and also like, you know, have all that old content. So I made some progress today. It was hell of a irritating. I had to figure out how to edit htaccess files and work out cause permissions and blah 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 blah. But anyway, that's that one side of thing. Next thing, I'm going to be launching a Discord. Someone told me that don't wait too long to do that if you're trying to build a community. Been using Discord for years, so I'm actually going to launch one for patrons of all levels. You guys can chat there. It might take some time to grow. I mean, if you come to the streams, that's good enough, but at some point I'm not going to be doing daily streams because it's like really taxing, and I need time to put into the actual work, you know, not just the streaming side. There's a lot of stuff I can't do while I'm streaming, like it's admin and it's mixing and that kind of thing. So that's that. And then lastly, I did a release yesterday on Patreon. So there's a new free release. If you want to get the free stuff on Patreon, they're my stats, 18 a month. Had a sale from $6 sale a couple days ago. Thank you very much. But if you want, go to collections and then you'll see free stuff. And that is where you get all of the stuff that I'm releasing. It's self-contained Ableton Live projects. So no VSTs missing, no missing samples, zero dependency. So this is the pitch. Yeah, if you want yesterday's Safe House, this is how it sounds. Let's give it a quick listen. It's kind of a deep house track. You should be able to hear that now. And the Ableton project is available for you, self-contained. So if you open it up, you should hear exactly what you're hearing now. So yeah, that's some of it, not all of it, but yeah, we're moving forward. I'll stay the rest of the admin stuff for next time, but yeah, a lot of stuff's happening my end. I'm putting quite a bit of love into this project, so yeah, I'll see you guys at the next stream, which is tomorrow, and wish me luck for all the coding stuff. It's super difficult. I'm going to play with this track, I'm going to play out with this track like I normally do, so let me just kill that, and now switch gears to the Cyberpunk stuff. Thanks for stopping by, dudes. I'll see you at the next one. Share the channel, share the love. I'll be here tomorrow, 2 p.m. UTC. Appreciate you stopping by, Gilp. And Gilp says I'll definitely check this music pages out. A lot of good stuff and music there. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Your ongoing support means a lot to me. Oh, there was one other thing that was useful, but I'll share it tomorrow. It's about the monitoring system that's being used for YouTube. It's quite an exciting development for my end. I can see where my music is being used on YouTube, which is quite cool. All right, for Creative Commons, and yeah, this is me signing off. Take it easy. Ciao.